When I was younger, I didn't have specific goals and just lived day by day. I was always looking for things that could please me at that moment. That could be watching mindless content, eating shit foods, or going on social media, all just for some dopamine. I didn't cross my mind to think about what's to come in 10 or 20 years, and I didn't know why I was feeling sad and unfulfilled at that time. Now, this is not how you're supposed to live. Now, in this world, we don't have a time-traveling DeLorean, or else I would have gone back in time and slapped some sense into myself. But then again, I'm glad that I've turned this around completely. It was and still is a growth process, and it's a problem I still see with many young men today. They do things that make them happy at the moment, and they don't think for their future selves. And this is why I think they're sad a lot, anxious, even depressed. We live in a world where overstimulation is a real problem. We're currently on our phones, laptops, and other screens stimulating our brains. Our attention span is lowering, and so is our productivity. It's hard to stay focused on an uncomfortable task. A task that is uncomfortable won't release dopamine, and therefore we don't really want to do it. A lot of young people think they have ADHD in this day and say that they can't focus on a task when they really just have an overstimulated brain and low attention span. Now, how does your day look? Do you seek pleasure for you at the moment? This is looking at social media, eating junk food, masturbating, stuff like that. We call this instant gratification, and what that means is that you want pleasure right away. This is a problem that is making many young men depressed and anxious, and these activities, as I've said, only make you happy in the moment and don't make you happy long term. Now, long-term happiness is found in delayed gratification, delaying the pleasure, working hard on a project that's not fun right now, pumping iron in the gym that's painful right now, and eating food that is more nutritious than delicious. These activities eventually always pay off, and you'll feel happy and fulfilled in the end, way longer than with instant gratification. Now, we need to embrace delayed gratification. It's the key to happiness and success, and the killer of depression and anxiety. Your monkey brain is currently wired to look for pleasure and avoid struggle. We do this because uncomfortableness and struggle means not knowing, and it's scary and potentially dangerous. It's a primitive part of our brain, but there's really nothing we should fear of in this modern day. We don't die from working on a project or going to the gym. When you refuse to go out of your comfort zone, you know what will happen: you won't grow. Struggle and being uncomfortable is the way to grow. And I will tell you this repeatedly because you have to actually implement this in your life. Because how else will you ever reach your goals if you're scared of struggle? So don't look at this video for entertainment, but actually implement some of this advice into your life. I remember the times when I was most happy. It was usually after finishing a project and seeing it succeed, or after 3 months hearing people saying you got bigger and more muscular. And these are the moments that made me and will also make you most happy. This is the delayed gratification. And so whatever hard tasks you currently have, go work on them and know that you will struggle and that it will be uncomfortable, but eventually you'll reach a state of happiness that is amazing and that you will not ever regret. So what I'm saying is that you need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Remember, you're doing this for your future self, so that's why no pleasure at the moment is fine. Try to also lower social media use, because social media is great at overstimulating your brain and lowering your attention span. So try not to use it throughout the week and only on the weekends for starters. You'll feel better and happier when you're not always comparing yourself to others and consuming mindless content. So look at your day and see how much you consume. Try to lower this consumer lifestyle and start producing. Create and show people your hard work. Now, this could be your business, a body, or even a YouTube channel. Also take some time to think about where you want to be in 10 years. Think big and don't be shy. How can you reach that goal? Set up big goals and small goals to work on and become ambitious. Because it's way easier to work hard when you know what you're working towards. And it's something I see today a lot. Many young men, they don't know what they want to do because they haven't actually thought about their future a lot. And yeah, just try to take some time to just think and stop that consuming, because it just clouds your mind and all your thoughts. So just, yeah, take some time to just think about what you want in life. Remember, life is a marathon and not a sprint, so take your time. And it's okay to not be successful in a couple of years. We have to get rid of that stigma. It's also kind of like popularized by social media to be successful very quick and to get money very quick, but you know, it's not the goal. The goal is to gain experience right now as a young man. And you do that by receiving a lot of information, seeking help. I believe that's what it's all about when you're young. Gaining a lot of knowledge and then eventually applying that in your life so you eventually be successful. But that takes time.